When you think of the Big Bang, what do you see? A massive, violent explosion in the middle of a dark, empty void? A cosmic bomb detonating in a pitch-black room? If that's the image in your head, I have news for you. Science says you've got it completely wrong. The Big Bang wasn't an explosion in space. It was the explosive, instantaneous expansion of space itself. Think about it. Before $13.8 billion years ago, there was no outside. There was no empty room for a bomb to go off in. Everything that ever was, is, and will be, every atom in your body, every star in the sky, and time itself, was packed into a point infinitely smaller than a single grain of sand. Today, we are putting creation under our analytical microscope. We are breaking down the quantum fabric of the initial singularity, the terrifying chaos of the cosmic inflation, and the exact moment light was finally born. Let's trace the cosmic code back to second zero. Let's look at the macro physics of where it all started. The initial singularity. Imagine compressing the entire mass of the observable universe into a geometric point with a volume of absolute zero. At this exact moment, density is infinite. The temperature is infinite. It is so unimaginably hot and dense that the laws of physics as we know them don't just bend, they completely melt.
Which is exactly where your beautiful mathematical models fail, Jojo. General relativity, Einstein's grand equation for gravity, assumes space-time is a smooth, continuous fabric. But when you plug infinite density into the math, the denominator becomes zero. The equations yield nonsensical answers: infinite gravity, infinite curvature. The truth is, at second zero, science goes entirely blind.
But that's the beauty of the frontier, Mojo. To understand the singularity, we have to ditch relativity and look through the lens of quantum mechanics. At that scale, the universe wasn't governed by stars and gravity, it was governed by quantum probabilities. The four fundamental forces of nature, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces, were completely unified into a single, supreme superforce. The universe was a perfect, symmetrical, unwritten slate. But a perfect symmetry cannot last. At approximately 10 carat, minus 36 seconds after the start, the universe experienced a staggering growth spurt known as cosmic inflation. In a fraction of a microsecond, the universe expanded exponentially, growing from an object smaller than a subatomic particle to something roughly the size of a football, and then expanding outward by a factor of at least 10 carat, 26.
Hold on. Standard physics dictates that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light, 300,000 kilometers per second. If the universe expanded that drastically in a fraction of a second, your theory violates the cosmic speed limit.
Not at all, my data-driven brother. The cosmic speed limit applies to objects moving through space. But during inflation, it was space itself that was expanding. The fabric of reality can stretch at whatever speed it wants. As space stretched, it cooled down instantly. This drop in temperature caused the unified superforce to splinter apart. This sudden cosmic phase transition released a staggering amount of energy, filling the brand new universe with a dense, scalding hot soup of quarks, gluons, and leptons, the primordial cosmic broth. For the first $380,000 years, the universe was a giant, glowing, opaque plasma. It was so incredibly hot and crowded that photons, particles of light, couldn't travel anywhere. They kept violently bumping into free electrons, trapped in an eternal cosmic pinball machine. The universe was completely dark to the outside eye. But as the universe kept expanding, it cooled down to about $3,000 Kelvin. Suddenly, a milestone event occurred: recombination. Free electrons slowed down enough to be captured by protons, forming the very first neutral atoms of hydrogen and helium. The moment those electrons were locked into orbit, the cosmic pinball machine shut down. Space cleared up instantly. The photons were finally free to travel across the cosmos uninterrupted. This was the birth of light, The cosmic dawn. The literal echo of this exact moment is still floating around us right now as a faint microwave static called the cosmic microwave background, CMB. It is the literal thumbprint of creation. The Big Bang isn't just an event that happened a long time ago. It's a continuous process. The universe is still expanding right now, creating new space every single millisecond. We are living inside the explosion.
It's an incredibly precise mathematical framework. You start with a breakdown of relativity and a quantum singularity, use space-stretching inflation to distribute matter, and rely on thermal cooling to finally unleash light. It turns out the universe didn't start with a chaotic bang. It started with a flawlessly executed algorithm.
Exactly. We are all made of pieces of that initial singularity. You, me, and everyone watching, we are the universe looking back at itself.